Imagine a life where you no longer give excuses for your failures, where comfort doesn't stop you from reaching your true potential, and where fear no longer controls you. Picture waking up each day with a sense of purpose, clear mind, and the inner power to face any challenge that comes your way. This isn't just a far-off dream. It's a real possibility waiting for you, and it all starts by following 10 powerful habits inspired by Buddhist wisdom. As Buddha once said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Today, we're going to break the limits that have kept you stuck and guide you to unlock a life filled with growth, strength, and peace. Are you ready to stop hiding from your true power and begin living the life you were meant for? Let's begin and make it real. 1. Stop being too comfortable with the life you have now. Buddhism teaches that true growth and change come when we step beyond our comfort zones. Staying in your comfort zone might feel safe, but it also means you're not pushing yourself to grow or reach your best. Comfort can give a false feeling of safety where you settle for what's easy and known, and that often leads to being stuck. To truly grow, you must face new challenges, even if they feel uneasy at first. This might mean doing something you've never tried before, learning a new skill, or facing uncomfortable truths about yourself. When you welcome discomfort, you challenge your fears, grow your abilities, and find strengths you didn't know you had. Keep in mind, personal growth means stepping beyond what feels safe and giving yourself the chance to explore new paths. It's through discomfort that you grow, change, and become a stronger version of who you are. 2. Stop making excuses for your failures. Buddhism teaches us to look within and take full responsibility for what we do. It's easy to make excuses when things go wrong, but doing that only holds you back and stops progress. Instead of blaming others or the situation, it's better to accept your failures and see them as a normal part of life. Nobody is perfect, and everyone slips up sometimes. That's how we learn. In Buddhism, failures are seen as valuable teachers, offering lessons that can help you become wiser and stronger. By accepting your mistakes without shame or guilt, you create an opportunity to learn from them and make better choices moving forward. It's not about beating yourself up, but about acknowledging where you can improve and using those experiences to grow. When you stop making excuses and take full responsibility, you start to empower yourself to take control of your future rather than letting past mistakes define you. Embrace your failures as part of your journey and use them as stepping stones towards success. 3. Cut out people who don't challenge you. Buddhism teaches us that the people we surround ourselves with have a powerful influence on our lives. Our environment shapes who we are and can either help us grow or hold us back. If you are surrounded by people who don't inspire you, challenge you, or push you to be your best self, it can be difficult to make progress. Some people may drain your energy with negativity or keep you stuck in old habits. While it's important to be compassionate and kind to everyone, it's also crucial to recognize when certain relationships are holding you back from your true potential. In order to grow and evolve, you need to be around people who encourage you to take risks, support your dreams, and challenge your thinking. These are the people who will help you stay focused on your personal growth and help you align with your higher purpose. It's okay to outgrow relationships that no longer serve your well-being or personal development. Let go of those who hinder your growth and instead seek out individuals who will elevate you. By surrounding yourself with those who inspire and challenge you, you create a positive and motivating environment that supports your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. 4th, stop seeking constant validation. In Buddhism, we learn that external validation, or seeking approval from others, is temporary and unreliable. No matter how many compliments or praises we receive, they often don't last, and they can leave us feeling empty when they fade. Constantly looking for validation from others can also make us feel insecure and dependent on outside opinions to feel good about ourselves. However, true happiness and self-worth come from within. Instead of seeking approval from others, cultivate self-validation. This means learning to trust in your own abilities, decisions, and inner wisdom. When you learn to believe in yourself and recognize your own value, you'll no longer rely on others to define your worth. Self-validation gives you a deeper sense of fulfillment because it's rooted in who you truly are, not in what others think of you. When you stop seeking validation from the outside, you begin to live more authentically and with confidence. You'll discover that lasting happiness doesn't come from external praise, but from trusting yourself and your own journey. 5. Stop avoiding pain and discomfort. Pain and discomfort are natural parts of the human experience, and Buddhism teaches us that avoiding them only makes them worse in the long run. It's easy to want to run away from difficult emotions, situations, or challenges because they feel uncomfortable. But when we try to escape pain, we often end up prolonging it. Avoidance can create more suffering because it keeps us from fully experiencing and processing what we're going through. Instead of avoiding pain, learn to face it with mindfulness and acceptance. This means acknowledging your feelings without judgment or resistance. When you experience pain, whether emotional or physical, try to stay present with it instead of pushing it away. When you allow yourself to feel discomfort fully, you open the door to healing. By accepting pain as part of life, you can move through it more quickly and grow stronger. Discomfort, when faced with mindfulness, doesn't have to be a barrier. It can be a path to deeper wisdom and personal growth. Each time you face pain instead of avoiding it, you build resilience, learning more about yourself and your ability to overcome challenges. 6. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. The idea of perfection is often an illusion. Many of us wait for the perfect moment, when everything will align perfectly before we take action, but that moment never truly comes. Buddhism teaches us that the present moment is the only time that matters. Waiting for external circumstances to be ideal is a form of procrastination that can hold us back from making progress in our lives. Whether you have a personal goal you want to achieve or a new project you're excited about, the truth is there will never be a perfect time to start. Life is always changing, and there will always be challenges or uncertainties along the way. Instead of waiting for everything to be just right, take action now. Starting doesn't mean everything will be flawless. It just means you're moving forward. The key is to start where you are, with what you have, and make adjustments as you go. When you take that first step, you'll learn along the way and refine your approach as you gain more experience. By beginning now, you create momentum and build confidence, which will carry you towards success. Remember, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The best time to act is always right now. Buddhism teaches the importance of self-awareness and honesty, and this includes being honest with yourself about your limitations. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we must be perfect, always strong, and capable of doing everything. However, accepting that you have limitations is not a weakness. It's a form of empowerment. When we deny our limitations or try to pretend they don't exist, we create unnecessary stress and set ourselves up for failure. Buddhism encourages us to look inward and honestly assess where we are right now, recognizing both our strengths and our areas for improvement. Being honest with yourself allows you to take responsibility for your growth and know when to ask for help or seek guidance. It's okay not to be good at everything or to have weaknesses. Acknowledging them is the first step towards self-improvement. For example, if you know that time management is a challenge for you, you can create strategies to address it, such as setting clearer goals or using tools to stay organized. When you embrace your limitations, you no longer have to pretend to be perfect, and you give yourself the freedom to grow at your own pace. Moreover, honesty with yourself helps you make more realistic goals and avoid setting yourself up for failure by overextending your abilities. You can then focus on what really matters and work on improving your weaknesses in a healthy and sustainable way. This kind of self-awareness allows you to create balance in your life, acknowledging what you can do, accepting what you cannot, and finding ways to enhance your capabilities. Instead of beating yourself up over limitations, embrace them with a mindset of growth and acceptance. When you let go of unrealistic expectations and be honest about where you stand, you open yourself up to greater personal development and peace. The goal is not to be perfect, but to recognize and embrace the whole of who you are, including your imperfections, while working steadily toward becoming a better version of yourself. By doing so, you allow space for growth, transformation, and the ability to live more authentically. 8. Stop giving energy to things that don't matter. In life, we are constantly faced with distractions, demands, and things that may seem important in the moment, but are ultimately unimportant in the bigger picture. Buddhism teaches us the importance of focusing our energy on what truly matters, rather than wasting it on things that don't contribute to our growth or well-being. The world around us is full of noise, social media, unnecessary drama, people's opinions or material pursuits that offer only temporary satisfaction. If we give our energy to these things, we end up feeling drained and disconnected from our true purpose. When you constantly give your time and attention to things that don't align with your core values, it becomes increasingly difficult to find peace and fulfillment. Buddhism encourages us to practice mindful living, which means being conscious of where we invest our energy. Instead of getting caught up in trivial matters or external distractions, focus on the things that bring you closer to your goals and align with your true self. This can be anything from nurturing meaningful relationships, dedicating time to personal growth, or pursuing a passion that fills your heart with purpose. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what brings me joy and fulfillment? What aligns with my values and my goals? This clarity will help you let go of the unnecessary clutter that drains your energy. For example, instead of obsessing over things outside of your control, like someone else's opinion or a news story that doesn't impact you personally, channel your energy into what you can influence, such as your mental and physical health, your relationships, or your personal development. Letting go of things that don't matter also involves setting boundaries and learning to say no. Buddhism teaches us that we don't need to say yes to every request or invitation that comes our way. It's important to protect your time and energy, ensuring that you invest them in things that will have a lasting, positive impact on your life. This might mean distancing yourself from toxic environments or people who constantly drain your energy, or it could mean stepping back from mindless distractions, like scrolling through social media for hours that only leave you feeling empty. Another important aspect of this principle is learning how to focus on what's within your control. It's easy to get caught up in trying to manage things that are beyond your reach, such as other people's actions or the outcomes of certain situations. However, the more you focus on things outside of your control, the more stress and frustration you invite into your life. Buddhism reminds us to focus our energy on the present moment and the things that we can change: our mindset, our actions, and our responses to the world around us. Ultimately, When you stop giving energy to things that don't matter, you create more space for peace, clarity, and purpose. You'll find yourself more aligned with your true values and better equipped to handle the challenges that come your way. By focusing on what truly nourishes your spirit, you create a life that's grounded in meaning and fulfillment. You become more aware of where you spend your time, energy, and resources. And because of that, you begin to live with more purpose, joy, and balance. 9. Stop hiding from your fear. Fear is a normal and unavoidable part of life. Buddhism teaches that instead of escaping fear, we should meet it with acceptance and courage. Fear often stops us from reaching our highest potential, whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. Many people choose to avoid their fears by staying away from situations or choices that feel uncomfortable. But avoiding fear only makes it stronger over time. It grows bigger in our minds the more we try to escape it, and it blocks us from living fully. When we avoid fear, we give it the power to control us. In Buddhism, there's a teaching called mindful awareness, which helps us face fear without judgment. This means watching fear when it shows up, seeing where it comes from, and knowing that it's just a feeling, not something that defines who we are. Fear is often built on old thoughts or past experiences that may no longer matter now. By facing fear directly instead of running, we can see it clearly, just another emotion that comes and goes. Instead of avoiding your fear, welcome it as a sign that you're ready to grow. Every time you face your fear, you push past the limits you've set for yourself. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, facing that fear might help you improve your speaking skills and build confidence. If you fear failure, accepting that fear lets you learn from your mistakes and see failure as a natural step towards success. By stepping into the discomfort fear brings, you turn it into a source of strength and understanding. Buddhism teaches us to be gentle with ourselves when fear shows up. Instead of judging yourself for feeling scared, offer yourself kindness and patience. Fear is a normal part of being human. Everyone experiences it at some point. What truly matters is how you choose to respond. Courage doesn't mean being without fear. It means moving forward even when fear is present. To start facing your fears, take small steps. For instance, if social events make you nervous, begin by joining smaller, less stressful gatherings. Little by little, as you face your fears in smaller ways, they start to lose their hold on you. Over time, your strength to face fear grows, and you begin to move through life with more confidence and freedom. When you stop avoiding fear, you stop letting it rule your life. Facing fear gives you the chance to grow stronger, stretch your comfort zone, and live more truly. Fear doesn't have to be something that stops you anymore. Instead, it becomes a tool for change, a sign that you're growing, learning, and becoming who you're meant to be. 10. Let go of the past and move forward. Buddhism teaches that holding on to the past is one of the biggest causes of suffering. We often hold tightly to old memories, regrets, or emotions, thinking they define who we are. Whether it's past mistakes, painful moments, or missed chances, holding on to them can block us from fully living in the present and moving ahead in life. The truth is, the past isn't real anymore. It's just memories and stories we repeat to ourselves. It can't be changed, and it doesn't have to shape our future. Letting go of the past doesn't mean erasing or ignoring it. It means releasing the emotional weight and the limiting beliefs that come with it. When we carry anger, guilt, or regret from past events, we take that pain with us, and it affects how we live today. This attachment to the past often traps us in negative thoughts and blocks us from noticing the chances we have in the present. Forgiveness is a key part of letting go. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness isn't about saying the actions of others were right. It's about freeing yourself from the grip the past has on you. When you forgive, you release the emotional chains that tie you to old pain. It's a way of setting yourself free, allowing healing and forward movement. This kind of forgiveness isn't just for others, it's also for yourself. We are often the hardest on ourselves, holding on to guilt for things we can't change. By releasing self-blame and accepting your past mistakes, you open space for growth and kindness toward yourself. Letting go of the past also means not letting past events shape your future. The mistakes you've made, the losses you've felt, and the pain you've gone through don't have to decide who you are today or who you'll become. Buddhism reminds us that each moment gives us a fresh start. The present is where your true power lies, the power to create change and find peace. By turning your focus to now, instead of clinging to what's behind you, you begin to build the life you truly want. Letting go can feel freeing. Imagine not carrying the weight of old regrets or anger. Imagine waking up each morning with a feeling of lightness and freedom. Freedom to follow your goals, enjoy meaningful relationships, and live life without carrying the pain of old wounds. This doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means choosing to live fully in the present and build a future based on what truly matters to you now. In simple terms, letting go of the past means practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. When past thoughts come up, notice them without judgment, and then gently bring your attention back to the present. Do things that help you stay connected to the now, like meditation, writing in a journal, or spending time outdoors. With time, you'll notice your attachment to the past becoming lighter and your ability to be present becoming stronger. Letting go doesn't happen overnight. It takes patience and steady effort. But every step you take in releasing the past brings you closer to the freedom and peace that come from living true to yourself. By letting go, you make room for new experiences, personal growth, and the deep joy that comes from truly living in the moment. Bringing these 10 powerful habits into your life can lead to real and lasting change. By pushing your limits, accepting discomfort, and letting go of attachments, you align with the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and invite more peace and purpose into your life. Remember, change doesn't have to feel overwhelming. Begin with just one habit and slowly add the others into your daily life. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our future wisdom-filled content. Until next time, may each step you take guide you on the path of peace and mindfulness.